Hey guys, welcome to the Big Talk with Austin. Thank you very much for Cliff for joining me this episode. I'd just like to say before we get into this episode, thank you guys all for the support when I have been absent, just not uploading any videos or like this uploading podcast episodes for the ones that are listening to us on Spotify. I'm still trying to get back into things. I saw Spiral last week. I'm gonna try to get a review out for that on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm still trying to get back into like a normal schedule for these. This is not gonna come out on like a normal Monday, so this will be out a Thursday. So today for you guys. But yeah, I appreciate the support, and I wish I can do more than just say thank you, because I really do appreciate it. Because you guys, we just, been gaining subscribers and followers on YouTube and Spotify and all that type of stuff. Um, like just when I was gone, and I do appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving. So yeah, hopefully this episode makes up for all that. I mean, like, not a good episode because Cliff does have some kids, and so they kind of come in and out, and you kind of hear them screaming at some points. So had a lot of fun editing that because he had to go and basically quiet them, tell them all that type of stuff. So a lot of so I mean it's gonna be a normal episode for you guys, but this one definitely had a lot of editing involved, so that was fun. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's talk about the Ace Ventura 3 in development from Sonic the Hedgehog writer. Why? Especially from Sonic? Do we really?
Yeah, because Sonic was good.
No, it wasn't.
Why not? Why wasn't it good?
Story. It was dumb. It wasn't. Nothing about it was funny. The only good part was probably Sonic, but everything else is garbage. But again,
Eh, Come on, Jim Carrey is a treasure, man. He was the best.
I guess he was also good as
He was
well.
the best part of that movie was Jim Carrey.
I don't know, but it's just also getting a third one of Ace. I don't think we really need one. The second one wasn't really that good either. Do we really need a third one?
Oh man, you're bashing everything.
I, I
I
mean,
love I loved Ace Ventura too. The first one I could see why people would like that more, but the second one had more slapstick, and I'm a slapstick kind of guy, so I
yeah.
thought the one was good.
I don't know. I
Hi, baby.
when I see like when I look at like a sequel, it's like, okay, what's your purpose? What are you bringing new to this? And I feel like the second one didn't really bring anything besides take characters away. Like for example, like the Ace gets the girl at the end of the first one. She's not in the second one because she might not. Well, I don't know. I forget because I don't know if Courtney actually liked being in the first one in general. I don't know. I don't know her opinions on it.
I don't know if she was doing Friends during that time. Like I don't know the whole situation, but
Was Friends out at that time?
I think so because the first Ace Ventura was like '94, and I think Friends was going on during that time. I can fact check it quick, but I'm pretty sure she was doing Friends, so she probably didn't get enough money for the sequel, so she didn't come back.
Okay.
That's
I
usually the case. I mean, I don't know, but that's usually the case with big stars, you know?
Yeah, with contracts and all that. And so I don't know because I feel like that kind of made her character pointless at the end of the first one. I but I can understand writing out characters just like, oh yeah, the relationship didn't work out. But I mean, she could probably return for the third one then, because she's what is she doing now? Probably nothing, unless she has a TV show. Does she have a TV show actually? I don't think
Uh,
she does.
I don't know. The last thing I remember her in was Scream, I think.
Hmm. Oh
Or
yeah, she's doing it. She's in Scream 5.
Scream 5. Holy crap. I never
Yeah.
saw that one, so I didn't know if she was in that.
Oh no, there's a new Scream coming out. And
Oh, and she's in it. She's
yeah,
in it. Okay.
And she has and there's a Friends reunion thing going on as well, isn't there? From what I heard. So that's streaming on HBO Max. I don't know if that's a full-on TV show.
I don't know. I was always a Seinfeld guy, so I don't know much about Friends and stuff. But I imagine she's busy with that stuff, so I don't know if she'd sign on for a third one or not.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, if Jim Carrey can, bring back his old days, it might be good because that's what reminds me of from him in Sonic. At least it was his like '90s type of style, over the top. So if it's gonna be that, then I'll be happy because
He was pretty nuts in Sonic the Hedgehog, so I think that's why I say it's the best part. He was basically old Jim Carrey, kind of channeled Ace Ventura and stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure.
he seemed
Um.
over the top.
Oh yeah. Okay. Vin Diesel's son is reportedly playing young Dominic in the Fast. I don't care. Why? Vin Diesel, fuck off. Jesus. Fuck. He's a
Is
fucking
it just
per.
is it just because of Fast, or you don't like him as an actor overall?
Fast and the Furious should have ended after Furious 7. It really should have. Just to respect Paul Walker, but then and I think Fast and Furious died after Fast 5 anyways, so I think that would have been a perfect way because you signed him because you gave Paul Walker like a send-off. I think that should have been a perfect way just to say, all right, this is enough of the characters. This is how we're going to see them go. That's the end of it. But no, we get, Fast and the Furious 8, and now we're getting Fast and the Furious 9 that brings back Han, which makes no fucking sense when he fucking died in a car accident.
So you didn't like any of the more recent ones? Like you didn't like the stories at all?
No, because it doesn't make any sense. How do you go from a fucking, first of all, street racing murderer to a superhero? It it doesn't connect. It doesn't make any sense. The puzzles don't work, and so
It hasn't made sense since three, to be honest. Like three with the drifting, that was the
I actually really like that. That's a really underrated film.
yeah, that one was actually still on the realistic side. The first three on the realistic side more so. Like it's
Yeah.
still, but the fourth one came along, then all of a sudden they're starting to do like bank heights and all this crazy over the
And
top.
NX guys surviving cars that are going right into them. It makes no sense.
Yep, yep.
It like I can like because like I would be fine if it didn't have the Fast and the Furious name on it. If it was like, okay, complete different characters and it wasn't named Fast and the Furious, I would be fine because I'm like, oh, all right, hell yeah, over the top movie. But no, this is a series that I fucking liked from the beginning, and you're gonna treat my characters like this. And next there's people coming along. It's like, yeah, good job. It's about family. It was never fucking about family. It was never. It never was. It was about racing.
I don't know, man. Fast, like I went and seen six in theaters and it was awesome. Like naturally, since the fourth movie came, that's what it was. Like it turned into a big action flick, a blockbuster for the summer. You know?
It made no sense though. It's like but like because they just throw out the realistic stuff. That's what ruins it. It's like, weren't you? Did one of your friends die from getting shot in the chest and you're somehow surviving 20 feet falls? And even Han's girlfriend, she even fell from a pretty high at speed.
Yep.
How are you surviving this? Like it doesn't make any sense. The next they're like, okay, oh, you're bringing back Han now. Why can you not bring back Gal? I don't know. She might not want to do it anyways because she's probably busy with some other stuff. And so and she's a really strict actress. She doesn't really like certain things. But it's like, okay, why you can't bring back her or your friend? But no, we're getting Dom's brother that was never mentioned in any of the movies. It's like, oh, hi Dom. It's like, hi, where did you come from? It's like at this point you're just milking it, and they're saying like Fast 10 will be the last one. It's like, no, it won't. No, it
I
won't.
heard I heard that about like 8 and 9, I think.
Yeah,
So
I think they said that about those two.
yeah, yeah.
And
Because
I
The
don't know.
Rock basically like is The Rock still involved with 9 or is it John Cena?
No, it's
Like,
just John Cena.
okay,
Because The Rock, because I don't think any of the cast like The Rock unless they put that beside them. And he's just busy with some other stuff. Um, but well, as soon as The Rock kind of came into it, he ruined it. But as soon as Vin Diesel took, but no, I liked him in 5, and after that, I was like, why are you even in here? But like
was fun.
when Vin Diesel took control of everything, because he's basically the one that runs everything that goes on.
Yeah, yeah.
It just ruined everything. It ruined the whole series. I'm like, man, it's all I what the one thing I came to like to watch is racing and good characters. Like you don't care about anyone anymore. I don't care about Mia. I mean, why are you even bringing Mia back? Why are you leaving your still alive husband with the kids? Like first of all, if this was a family man, he would come back with her. That ruins our whole entire point of family if that's what they're going for. If this was all about family, Paul Walker would come back even though he can't. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like you're ruining stuff that you set up. Like you're ruining because they did a whole entire movie about revenge for Han, and people got pissed because like, oh, justice for Han. It's like, what? I mean, yeah, it's weird that Statham is now a good guy, but shut up. Just
I
shut up.
I honestly didn't see 8. I didn't see 8, so I
I,
don't know what happened exactly. But I seen like 5, 6, 7, obviously, and just like I said, ever since 4, it turned into that action, and then they keep throwing in big action stars, and it just gets more zany and over the top.
I
Like,
think it's because of Marvel. Everything's trying to be Marvel now these days, and I'm like, why? Be your own thing.
well, yeah, I mean, like a franchise, like I don't want to bring up another franchise and stuff, but like me and you talked Resident Evil lately and stuff, which I should have segued into that better. But anyways, RE, man, it used to just be like survival horror, but then they had to come out with all those ones that were action oriented.
Well, I'm
That's what
fine.
that's what people want. They want Call of Duty. They want the action.
Oh
Uh,
no, see, I'm fine with like something like that if there's a purpose. Like, see, like because like The Walking Dead, like say for this Walking Dead, The Walking Dead was basically a horror show. Then it turned into action because it needed to be turned into action, and that's what RE was doing because it wanted to do something different. And it's like, okay, well, we can't really give out the same type of shit every year. So we're gonna have to change something up, and it's like make it more action. Like that's fine because I haven't played RE5 or 6, but there's probably human villains right in that. So
uh, yeah, yeah,
so
5,
th-
5 and 6 are. Yep.
so that explains the action because they're going against the people that started this whole entire thing. So that's fine for a story standpoint and all that. But just for the sake of it, it's like no, you just don't throw out whatever.
I mean, I mean 6. I don't want to stay on this RE thing too long, but 6 was just horrible. Don't play that unless you're doing one of your streams or something with that situation. But it's a bad game. I don't think you're gonna like it.
Well, it's
It's
probably
just action. It's too much action. They try to cater to everybody, and it still ended up being a lot of action.
yeah. Like the thing is, I like when you listen to fans, but there's a limit though, and that's why like Rise of Skywalker got trashed on because you freaking instead of focusing on a story, you listen too much to the fans. Like, oh, no one liked the Last Jedi, so kind of need to go fix the Last Jedi now. It's like, or just continue your story with the Last Jedi. You can still do the same thing,
Yeah.
but
If Star Wars listened to the fans, then it wouldn't have been what it became.
no. That's why they brought back J.J. Abrams so they can fix it. So they can listen. So they technically listen to the fans, and that's why it ruined the trilogy. Because I didn't mind the Last Jedi. The only part I didn't like was the casino stuff. That's the only thing I didn't like. Um, okay,
That's
well,
another one I haven't seen. But anyways, we're getting way off topic. What about
yeah.
son, Vin Diesel's son?
Hmm. Oh, his son. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah.
his son.
Yeah,
Vin Diesel's son is
yeah.
supposed to be playing him as a younger Dominic, right?
Or I think that's what it says. Or his like the TV show on Netflix, the Fast and the Spy Racers garbage shit. Um,
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it though. I haven't watched.
um, or he could be playing him, but I think it's a young Dominic. It's like, why do you need a prequel? We don't need prequels. No,
Yeah, I hate when they do that after so many movies too. Like
it's
come
like,
out.
yeah, they're trying to milk the shit out of it. Like, well, they technically made Tokyo Drift a prequel, but it wasn't originally a prequel. It just happened to be turned into a prequel. Like that's good writing. That's actually really good writing if you think about it, because it's like, oh, wait, so this is after Tokyo Drift. Oh, this is before. Oh no, Tokyo Drift is technically a sequel, but they made Fast 4, 5, and 6 a prequel. That's actually kind of good writing.
I
But
still I still like the first one a lot because of how innocent it was. Like it was
no,
just a street racer one, and then Paul Walker starts hitting on Vin Diesel's sister and stuff. Like
yeah,
I thought,
and he started coming attached to the family. That's good writing. That's how that's what I liked. And next when they just like threw out the racing parts, it's like you just
yeah.
why like is this a soap opera? Like what is this now?
Well, there's so many bank heist type movies. You know what I mean? Like you got the Italian Job. Like that's the only one I can think.
Hurricane heist.
Yeah, there's so many heist movies. Like why does Fast have to like? Why they have to get into that? Not saying they're bad movies. I'm just saying why
I don't
stick
know.
the word. You know?
Money. Universal. They should have stopped after 5. They really should, because that was also a perfect ending for them. It's like the only reason why they did that heist because one of the guys backstabbed them and they were pissed. Like, all right, yeah, you know what? We're gonna go fucking steal your money. Fuck it. It's like that's all right then. And next they got the money and and they went off in the sunset. Come on, like I don't know. Whatever. Now we're just getting a Dominic Toretto, whatever shit.
How old is Vin Diesel's son? Did you look it up?
I have no idea. I don't even care about Vin Diesel. He's a fucking asshole. Did you hear about he actually, so what he does, his bodyguards, he has bodyguards. Uh, but like when he ever goes like on a run or something, he would like block off like blocks so he can do his like morning run or something of the neighborhood. I'm like, you fucking asshole. You what the fuck?
He thinks pretty high of himself, I guess.
Yeah. No, like that's dumb.
And I don't hate the guy. He's a decent actor. I liked damn, what's those movies that he's in? Not Triple X, but the other series that he's part of.
Um,
Pitch Black is the one movie, right? It's part of a series. Damn, what is that?
the babysitter one.
Oh, it's like a comic book turned into a movie kind of thing.
Oh, Bloodshot.
No, no, it's something else. Hold on.
Trying to figure out what it is too.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Chronicles of Riddick. Like I've seen a couple of those, and they're it's not bad.
I haven't seen those.
I've seen the one in theaters. I think it's called Pitch Black. Like I said, it was decent. So I wouldn't say he's a bad actor. He's not horrible.
Well, I don't know. I don't like him anymore just from all the stuff I heard and just and just what
You realize how many actors are assholes like that you hear about? I've heard.
yeah, well, I know. Yeah, and the Rock is apparently the same thing, but I don't know. I don't I just I this the when you get paid this amount of money, it just goes to your head. But okay, let's move on because you brought up Resident Evil. So Resident Evil is actually being, I think, sued or like it's being looked into, where Resident Evil 8 Village, the new one that came out 2 weeks ago or whenever this comes up, whenever this episode is dropped, there's character designs were taken from a certain movie. It's not a very good movie. It's not. It's a very bad movie. Um,
You see it?
it's like I think it's like an indie film, and so like the director or writer dude is coming in and attacking Capcom. It's like, first of all, if it even is your design, you're not going to win the fight. Capcom has a bunch of warriors, and you're not going to win either way. But you can. But if you look at the designs, like yeah, and like see the pictures back to back, it's like yeah, they kind of look similar, but it's it's more of what's the word I'm thinking of? If they had like, because you can't like say like, oh, this shark looks like the shark from Jaws, so that's our shark. It's like no, if it has its own style to it, then it's
Are you
completely
thinking?
different.
Are you thinking of inspiration? Like you
Yeah,
think Capcom was inspired by that movie,
yeah,
possibly?
or something like that. And it's like okay, well, because like there's a like like the guy with the blade that goes and it spins around that one part. Um, he
The helicopter
that
from the guy, Sperm. It's
yeah.
called Sperm. Yep.
Apparently, that's from one of the guy's movie, and so unless it has something different to it and it's like its own type of style, like you can't patent something like that. Like PlayStation can't. I don't know if PlayStation can, but PlayStation, from what I know, PlayStation can't patent like was it the feedback that have the feedbacks on the controller, like where you can feel like the actual gun and like pulling the triggers and all of that, unless Xbox comes around and changes it to their own type of way. But they can probably patent the look of the controller, not what the controller can do. And so
I'm trying to see if I can find a side by side image of that. That's the biggest complaint that I keep seeing, like from that thing that you sent me, the link, and just looking around. Everybody's talking about the helicopter
mhm.
creatures, like how it looks exactly the same, and then when you're fighting him in the game, spoilers for anybody that hasn't played it, but basically you're fighting this creature and he has a helicopter blade on the front of him and he starts running into stuff and he catches on fire. It looks kind of similar to how Frankenstein's Army of Frankenstein, is that what it's called, the movie?
Yeah. Mhm.
It's something along the lines of that. I remember it was released in 2013. The movie was released in 2013. It was like Army of Frankenstein, from what I remember, and apparently, like that creature was pretty much ripped from that. They do look similar in the way, like he catches on fire. Those look kind of similar. So that's like the biggest complaint.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if unless they actually came and and stole like the design, then there will be a problem. Um, and like they might like the guy might not win, but like people will look at them differently. Like really, you couldn't change it a little bit. But I don't think Capcom is known for stealing stuff, so I don't think it's
Oh, it
actually.
came out in 2013. Like, I'm not trying to take Capcom's side. Like, I'm a Resident Evil guy, so I'm not trying to take their side. But that movie only dropped in 2013. You mean to tell me there wasn't other robotic-looking
Oh,
humanoids?
probably yeah.
Like, come on now.
It's
Like,
like saying, "Oh, well, those zombies look like our zombies." Or
yep, yep, yep.
like, because like it's like saying Star Trek is ripping off Star Wars. Well, I think Star Trek actually came out before Star Wars, didn't it?
They came out about the same time. I think the same kind of window almost.
It's like saying one of those like took each other's designs, but they're about completely two different things. So
I think they probably were inspired. It's hard not to say that that doesn't look similar.
hmm
Me and you talked about this with the baby thing too. Another.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I like that baby reminds me a lot of that PT demo stuff. Like if you put those two pictures together, it just looks like they took the actual design and just made it bigger, because it looked really similar when you looked at that face and the design and like just the way it sounded really similar, unless they got people that worked on that game and then brought them over, then okay, maybe. But
Yeah, it's like I see inspiration more than just directly ripping, because I mean Resident Evil's been doing some pretty wild stuff.
I mean, at this point, everyone rips each other off at
Yeah,
this.
like I said, that movie only dropped in 2013. So for him to say, "Oh, you took my creatures," it's like, well, where did he get the inspiration from?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, like
that's been around forever. So like, I don't really
mhm.
see a strong case for him because I'm sure you could find.
It's like with the Friday the 13th thing, isn't it? Sort of like with like the reason why the game developers left the game because they were getting sued by the owner, by the original writer or something like that.
That situation's a whole nother can of worms. Like the original writer, I don't want to get too much into this, but the original guy, Victor Miller, he wrote the script for the first Friday movie, and he wanted more money. Basically, I think there was a certain window where he like couldn't ask for any more money, and I think that window came and went, and then he basically wanted more money for the franchise he kind of created.
Uh,
So I think that's the situation with them. And then he came to ask about more money. And then Sean Cunningham, the guy that basically is like the head of Friday the 13th and owns the franchise or whatever, he was like, nah, you're not getting no more money. So
mm. Well, speaking of another game topic, The Last of Us HBO series will cover the first game. All right, so there's a lot of conspiracies going on about this TV show. It's supposed to air on HBO. I don't know if HBO Max or anything, but it's a HBO show. I'm really excited for this show. I'm honestly really excited. But like because they also they also announced I don't know if it was a month ago, but they announced a remake for The Last of Us. I'm like, for one, why? Last of Us is a good ass game, 10 out of 10 easily. Like, what are you going to change? And you know what I think they're doing? They're going to put it where Abby's in the game, where Joel and Abby actually meet, and so it explains what happens in The Last of Us Part Two. I think that's why they're doing it, and so and it kind of adds characterizations to her and all that. So they make Abby. Oh, Abby was actually a good guy, a good person all along, and all that. So like, and my question is like, what? Okay, it's gonna cover the first game. We already knew that, but what are you gonna change? Because the one thing I always like want from an adaptation is like, all right, I want you to tell the same story, but in a different way. And so, like, instead of starting with Joel, you can start with Ellie. Next, we can learn her story at some point, a couple years after the outbreak, because she was born in the into the apocalypse, and we follow her. And next, a couple of episodes in, we see her and Joel, and that takes on. And next, and there's like different, and it's we learn different perspective of the characters, and it'll not only add more for like the hardcore fans like me. It will add and it'll just be something different for the newcomers that just want to that never play the game but will watch the TV show. So like I don't know. I don't have you played the first Last of Us?
I played a little bit of it. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not probably that informed about it, but I don't
I
know.
I thought it was a zombie game when I first got into it, but then I only dealt with the little group of people that you deal with at the beginning of the game. Like
It,
what are the
it, it is a zombie game.
No, I know that. I'm saying like when I first played it, like when I actually did step into it, try playing it because I got the remastered one on PS4.
Okay.
I thought right away you're going to be fighting zombies, but instead I was in that like dilapidated area with like all those people. The group. What's the name of the group?
Like Fireflies, and there's like
Yeah,
another group, like I guess you can call it a company, unique, not
that's
unique.
that's all the further I got. I barely made it out of that, so I'm not quite as knowledgeable as you are. But
Okay, well, I'm just more excited to see what they do and just hope, and I can't really be mad if it's different because then that at least tells me like at least they're trying something new.
Mhm.
But I don't want it to be like where it shits on the characters. Like make it different, but don't don't shit on the characters. Like if you want to tell it a different perspective, you want to add a little bit more to the characters, because you can't. Because I don't know how long the TV show is, but you can flesh these characters out pretty well, like
I
in an hour.
I think the TV show route is the best route for something like that. Honestly,
Hmm.
like there's certain mediums that are better on film, but then there's some where the TV show actually helps it. You know, it'd be better than a movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like stuff like the Mandalorian and all that.
The Last of Us, I think, will be perfect on TV. To be honest, I think like something like that with zombies in a world like that, like I think it could work really good.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Um, hmm. Let's see. What's our next topic? So Marvel Secret Invasion, Games of Thrones. Ellie Clark is talked to join the Disney Plus series. I don't. I mean, I like I like Amelia Clark. I think she's attractive, and
You
and
would, you would.
I never seen any Game of Thrones. I only seen her in a couple things like Terminator Genesis. Um,
That one sucked.
I think she did a good as Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor.
I don't. She's attractive. I'll give you that. That's the only point you made.
I don't know. I'm hoping like she's like a scroll, because I think that would be a cool role for her. I don't know. Like, yeah, are you like a fan of the Marvel movies? Have you seen the Marvel stuff?
Yes, I've seen that. I don't know. There's some stuff I miss, man. I'm not a pop culture. I don't know what the word is. I don't know everything, but I've seen Marvel. I've seen like most of the Thors. I've seen Captain America's.
Okay.
I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. So
All right. Well, do you okay, so do you know like the stuff that's coming up, like the Secret Wars? Like what's your information on that type of stuff? Like what if they do, if she is actually in it, what would you see her as?
I honestly don't know. I haven't seen enough of her work to see what she would probably be typecasted as. Because I'm sure she probably has a typecasted kind of character.
I think she might be playing like a big role, because she's a big name actress for sure, like for at least television.
But yeah, after Game of Thrones, definitely.
Well, not the way she went out. I don't think her. I don't think that would have went well for her. Dave Bautista says he turned down Fast and the Furious. Oh, we should have talked about that after the Fast and Furious, because I actually like him. Fast and the Furious, Fast
Put
to
that in
pitch.
this segment.
But yeah, he turned down a role to pitch a Gears of War movie. That sounds interesting. I haven't played any of the Gears of War games. I've been actually looking at getting into them, but I think he. But from what I've seen, I think he would be great in a Gears of War. I like him. But have you? I don't know. Have you played Gears of War?
I played the first two. I used to
Okay.
be I used to be pretty big into the second one actually, so I do have experience. He'd be perfect, man. Like somebody like him, big and jacked, a wrestler type like that, because he used to be a wrestler. He'd be perfect, I think.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, like, we'll give give like definition of Gears of War for the people out there that don't know it.
It's an over-the-shoulder multiplayer type game. Most people play it. Like the story's good. A lot of people like the story, but a lot of people go to that multiplayer. Man, the first and the second game, like a lot of people love those. That shotgun is nasty.
What's the story about?
Uh, I'm not like a big Gears of War guy, so I don't remember like exactly all the names and stuff. But basically, these locust type creatures are overtaking the planet, and then you got these group of guys that are there to take them out, pretty much to exterminate the locust king and queen and all these other creatures and stuff that come along.
Okay. What do you think? What character he should play as? Like, who do you think he would be good as a adaptation for?
I'd like to see him as an over the top kind of like Gears type character. Like I forget the name of the group, but he should be an over the top, loud, kind of like straightforward kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Uh,
think he'd be perfect for that. With his wrestling background, he should be ready to jump in there and just be like,
do his
wow.
own stunts. and all that.
Especially after playing as what's his face from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris Pratt.
No. Bautista was in
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy. He played Drax, right? Drax.
yeah.
Yeah. Like after playing like a character like that, that's usually more silent from what I've seen.
Uh huh.
You should want to do something like over the top, like loud. You know what I mean?
Challenge his acting skills and all that.
Yeah, like
Not.
make him a funny, like relatable kind of character that kicks ass. You know, that'd be cool.
Hmm. Um. All right. So, have you seen WandaVision?
No, I haven't. I heard that that girl's racist though.
Who? The girl that plays Wanda?
Yes,
She's racist?
she made a racist comment, ain't she?
Oh
Off.
yeah. Well, I think I saw this. Like she said something about, I don't know what the actual comment was, but she she was with the guy that plays Falcon, and like she said something, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I
I saw
forget.
something with that, but I didn't know she was. I thought she was like making a joke or
I
something, and she
don't,
actually said that.
I don't think she really is racist, but I think she made a comment, like tweeted something. I think I remember it being a tweet because that's usually how things work. Like you tweet
Hmm.
something that pisses everybody off, and then you got to give an apology or whatever. I think
Okay.
she remarked on Twitter around the time that the show like was already like aired. Did a couple like actually was that released as one thing, like one big thing?
WandaVision.
Yeah, yeah.
It was once a week an episode.
All right. Well, I think it was after it started, was a few episodes in or something. She made a comment on Twitter, from what I remember, and it was like slightly racist sounding or something towards somebody that's pretty high in power, like like Farrakhan or something. I forget. We'd have to look.
Okay.
I think basically she made a comment that she shouldn't have, and it got a lot of backlash. So I don't even
Uh,
know if it's on the show or what the situation is.
okay. Well, actress Catherine Hahn. She played as Agnes. I don't know, Agnetha in WandaVision, and she is cast in Knives Out too. I liked the first Knives Out, but I never thought Knives Out would get a sequel. So this is actually going to be very interesting because I think it's bringing back the whole original cast. Well, not the whole original cast of Knives Out, but the detective of Knives Out. Have you seen Knives Out?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. No, but
Uh,
I recognize that girl like from the stuff you sent me. Like she looks like she was in some other stuff that I've seen.
she
Like
does too. I don't remember what she's from either.
I've definitely seen her face before though, but I've never seen that movie. Sadly.
Okay. Well, she's supposed to be playing as a mysterious new with I think like a mysterious new character. So it's gonna be actually kind of interesting. I the one thing I hope in the sequel for Knives Out isn't like, because what made Knives Out so good is that it was just over the top, and it was just more fun. And like trying to guess who murdered who and who. And so hopefully it's a little bit more different. Hopefully it's more than just like, oh, I accidentally sweat. If you haven't seen Knives Out, I guess spoilers, I guess, but I'm not gonna say who murder. But it's been out for 2-3 years, so I think we're fine. Who swapped, what, and like, oh, accidentally did it. But so I think it was just I just want a completely different story, and maybe an actual true type of murder type of mystery with over the top. Like, like more something like I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but more something like Among Us. Like where, like there's more than one murder type of that's going on, like instead of just one person. So just add a little bit more of the stakes, like, oh, people are getting killed off right, left and right. So
Yeah. I gotta check it out now. That sounds kind of interesting, to be honest.
it's a really good movie. I actually really like it.
On Netflix right now or anything, or do I gotta buy it?
I think it's on Amazon.
Ooh, I got Amazon Prime. Nice. I'll check that out.
Once again, thank you to Cliff for joining me this episode. Which, if I didn't mention before, his YouTube channel will be linked in the description. Totally forgot to mention that at the beginning of the episode. I'll probably figure something out in editing. But so yeah, you definitely go check out his channel. He has a gaming channel. He just played like Resident Evil 8, so you can go watch that on his channel, and has other stuff coming up in the future. So once again, thank you for joining me, Cliff, and for you guys. Thank you guys very much for your guys' support as well. But if you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe. It would definitely support the channel, and follow me if you guys are listening on Spotify and you're new. But anyway, thank you guys very much for being here, and like always, see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.